For your smile, all week long we have been highlighting ways to improve your dental health. We've talked about flossing and how it's important for your heart health, treating teeth grinding, and today we are going to the topic of brightening your smile. This morning we have Dr. Pauline Lee, dentist and owner of La Dental Spa in Nocatee, to show us the do's and don'ts of teeth whitening, including many treatments that you can do at home. Good morning, Dr. Lee. Appreciate you being here. Listen, a lot of us have tried whitening. There's a ton of products out there, whether it's online, you go to the grocery store, the pharmacy. Some say, yes, it absolutely works. Others aren't getting the results they want. What's the most effective thing to do to get that bright smile?
So it could be really overwhelming looking at all the products over the counter, right? So I would say the most effective and efficient product is going into your dental office and getting in-office whitening. But if that's not an option, starting out with whitening toothpaste, right? There's all of that on the over the counter. However, I would use that about a week before some sort of event. I wouldn't use it in your everyday practice because it could be very abrasive and it could dull out your teeth actually and do the polar opposite of brightening your teeth.
Really?
Yep.
So using that toothpaste all the time isn't something you'd recommend?
Yeah, it can dull out your teeth.
Okay. What are some of the other options? There's the white strips, there's the trays, there's now like a whitening pen that I've tried.
So the thing with Crest white strips, so there's different levels of hydrogen peroxide, right? The bleaching agent. So any type of over-the-counter Crest white strips is going to whiten very minimal layers of staining. So years and years of red wine, coffee, smoking, that's not really going to help really break down those stainings. So I've seen really good results with that with like teenagers maybe. And then with the whitening pen, it's really hard to isolate the bleaching material because your saliva mixes in with it, so it dilutes the product. So the next step up from that is going to be your custom trays, right? So then now we're able to isolate the product, and it also helps put a barrier around your gums, so then you're not damaging your gums as well.
So I'd be able to go to a dentist like you, get that tray made, you pay once, and then after that you just kind of put the supplies in there. You put the whitening agent in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask, what are some of the biggest mistakes that someone makes either during the whitening process or after? A lot of people might say, oh, I've got a wedding coming up, I've got my class reunion, I've got, you know, my kid's graduation, and I want to look my best for the pictures.
So we need to determine what kind of staining it is, right? So there's extrinsic stainings and then there's intrinsic stainings. If it's extrinsic, then we can definitely try to break it down with the hydrogen peroxide. So after whitening, I've seen patients just go back to their normal habits. Right after you whiten your teeth, it's very vulnerable. So the tubules are exposed. So anything that you're introducing now to your tooth will soak that up. So I always say avoid anything that will stain a white t-shirt because you don't want to soak all those colors back into your teeth.
All my favorite foods.
Yes. So just for 24 hours.
The curries, the marinara sauce, all that stuff is not necessarily the best.
Yeah. So it'll stain your teeth. But after 24 hours, you can go about your life like normal.
What about when it comes to our everyday diet? What are some of the things that you might want to avoid if you want those pearly whites?
So red wine, coffee, smoking, anything with turmeric in it, curry, all of that's going to stain our teeth.
All that, okay.
Yeah.
Smoking is bad. Everything else people really, you know, people are really going to have trouble parting with. And then finally, after you have these treatments, a lot of people say, well, I can't whiten my teeth because my gums just feel so inflamed and they bleed. Do you have any advice on how to minimize that? So with your gums, we want to isolate the bleaching material from getting onto your gums. That's where they're getting the sensitivity. Some people are more sensitive than others. So different types of products, right? So the custom trays is going to help that. And then also in-office whitening, we're able to barrier your gums and protect your gums. Some people also have sensitivity with their teeth themselves. So I say before you whiten at home, you can prep your teeth actually with Sensodyne. So that's going to help really hydrate your teeth and prepare it for the whitening. All right, and certainly I was able to follow some of your advice. I went to the dentist, I got my cleaning, and then I got my whitening treatments. And I like the results.
I like them. They look good.
I like the results. I'm happy about it. Certainly a boost of confidence.
For sure.
And Dr. Pauline Lee, thank you so much for coming on. And I know that people can go by La Dental Spa in our community and also find you on social media.
Yes, I'm there.
All right. We're going to post this interview on our website because I know there's a lot of content. So we're going to make sure it's on newsforjax.com and the Morning Show page in just a bit. We'll be right back.